Meet Pherenike, also known as Calipatira, from ancient Rhodes. She was an athlete, but because she was a woman, she couldn't compete in or even watch the Olympic Games. Totally unfair, right? But did that stop her? Absolutely not. She disguised herself as a man to train her son for Olympic glory, risking the death penalty. Now that's dedication. This is the story of Pherenike and how she made Olympic coaches naked. In ancient Greece, outside of Sparta, women had as many rights as a rock. They were controlled by the men in their family, first dad, then hubby, and if she outlived both, her adult son or an uncle took over. Why? Because people thought women were weak-willed and wild, needing to be tamed by marriage. Married women couldn't even watch the Olympics because it was believed they couldn't control themselves around naked athletes. Yes, the athletes competed in the buff. Nobody's really sure why ancient athletes competed in the nude. Some ancient writers suggested it was for better movement because you can run and jump faster without a loincloth getting in the way. Others thought it was to honor Zeus, since the games were held for him. There's also a story about a runner who tripped over his falling loincloth, so maybe it was a safety measure. Or maybe they just got used to training naked in the gym. According to Dionysius of Halicarnassus, athletes didn't start competing in the buff until 720 BCE. Before that, they wore loincloths. Imagine the wardrobe malfunction that started it all. Now, back to Pherenike's story. Her family was actually a big deal in sports. Her dad, Diagoras, was a boxing champ with titles from the Isthmian, Nemean, Pythian, and Olympic Games. He trained his sons to be champs too. They won so often that a statue was made of them carrying their dad around the stadium. Diagoras likely encouraged Pherenike's athleticism as well, because why not? Her name means she who brings victory, after all. Pherenike probably competed in the women-only Hurrian Games before she got married and had to sit on the sidelines. She married an athlete, maybe a boxer named Kallianax, and had two sons, Eucles and Peiserodos. Eucles won the boxing event at the Olympics in 404 BCE, and a few years later, Peiserodos was training for the games when their father suddenly passed away. Pherenike stepped up as the boy's coach, ready to whip him into shape for the competition. Disguised as a man, Pherenike accompanied her son to the Olympics. When Peiserodos won the boxing event in 388 BCE, she was so proud she jumped the wall separating trainers from competitors, accidentally revealing her true identity. Busted! She was brought before the judges, but reminded them of her family's legendary status. They pardoned her, but from then on, all trainers had to be naked to prove they were male. Pherenike became famous for risking her life for her son's success. Her story, though initially a footnote in Olympic history, is now celebrated for its boldness and bravery. Ancient policies didn't change, but Pherenike's tale lives on until modern times when people finally gave her the kudos she deserved.